Hi. Hello, Facebook. Guess what time it is? It's time for the Ruby Girl Talk with your favorite Ruby Girl, Dr. K, also known as Coach K. So we ready to have a great evening this time. We about to air our dirty laundry literally this evening. So you just get ready. Tonight, our show is rated X for Xing out all the dirt, Xing out all the hard ways you have to do laundry. Now we about to do it simple, clean, and fun. So before we get started, I want Mr. Edward and Miss Denise to go ahead, find this video on my page, share it with their audience, with their fans, with their friends, so that
Yeah.
they can also look with them, watch this with them, and also if they want to comment, participate, they can. So while they do that, I give my $1 million commercial, y'all, but y'all get it for free. So I am once again Dr. K. I am the founder of the Ruby Girl brand. Now, Ruby Girl comes from Proverbs 31 and 10. Who can find a virtuous woman for her prices far above the price of a ruby? So I'm sorry, Mr. Edward, but this is only for the ladies. It makes you rare, virtuous, and you can get in on that valuable part. That's it. All right. So we get ready to get started. And I want to start with the introductions. So, Mr. Edward, go right ahead.
I'm the vice
Hallelujah.
president. I'm the vice president of Smith and Wiggins Supply Company.
Okay.
We're
You
based here
want
in the
to?
city of Detroit. We
Mhm.
are featuring our main product now, which is to dye laundry detergent sheets. Our ultimate goal is to help make people's life easier in whatever capacity that we can. And by doing so, our ultimate goal is to be able to create a company to where we can offer jobs to people within our community to help them along the way.
All right. What's your website?
Our website is www.todaylaundrysheets.com.
All right, y'all got that? Ta-da! That's our word
Ta-da!
for the night, y'all. It's a die. So put it in
Ta-da!
the chat. Let's
That's
hype it
right.
up tonight. I love the name. I totally love the name. It is so
Thank you.
catchy. It's not something that you will forget. So let's get the show started. Like I said, I thank my guests for being on tonight. Miss Denise, she's not able to come on camera. Well, we y'all seen her pictures, the advertisement for her today. So y'all know how she looks. She's so beautiful. So y'all
Um,
already know. So Mr. Edward is going to be the face of ta-da tonight.
good face. Beautiful face.
So let me ask you this, and
Yeah.
I'm really curious. What inspired you to create or to choose to dye detergent sheets, and how did the vision for this brand come to life?
Well, the vision came when I was, I guess, a little younger. As growing up in the household that I did, my mother and my aunts frequently spoke about them working in the laundromat and how much fun they had. You know, back then, our elders didn't give out too much information. I would be looking and wondering, well, you're talking about kind of fun. I wouldn't dare ask them because we knew we had to stay in our place in the day, right? So,
Yes.
yes. So as that was going on, it made me say, you know what? I'm curious about this laundry opportunity. Am I going to like doing it? How will I do it? Once I had the opportunity to finally try doing the laundry, it was like, oh my God, this is harder than what I really thought it was going to be because dealing with the liquid detergent and also with the powder, it was hard to measure. The companies, it seems as though they on purpose put the little lines for the measuring points so you couldn't see them and you'll overflow your cup with the liquid or either the powder. So you use more, therefore, that sends you back to the store to buy more faster. So that's really how we started. And we wanted to help somebody in the community. And it's like, okay, this may be a way of doing so. I tried several different things, but this seemed like this is maybe the opportunity that I've been looking for to help our community.
I would say it's a unique product for one.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's a product. I've used your product, and it did make it easier just to throw a sheet in there. And you're right.
Yeah.
Now, I'm gonna take us back in time.
Hmm.
Now, it was like around 2008, 2009 when the market crashed.
Right.
This is what I remember. They shrunk the detergent bottles.
Yes,
They
indeed.
used to be bigger than what they
That's
were.
right.
They
Yeah.
shrunk them and then they kept them the same price. It was like
Mhm.
everything just started getting smaller, but the prices was the same. And
Yes.
so that's the one thing that stood out to me because I was like, I remember these bottles used to be so much bigger and so much full. And
Yes.
you're right. I never thought about the line because honestly, I don't measure. I'm like one of them people
Mhm.
that cook and can know how many that I just be like,
Right.
this enough. So maybe that's why
Uh-huh.
I don't get what they say 45 loads. I don't get 45
Exactly.
loads out of mine. I just think they be cheating or else I'm using too much detergent. And I heard somebody on the radio say you're supposed to use a teaspoon
That's
of
right.
powder. Is
Right.
that right?
That's right.
No.
We're overloading our material, our fabric with all of those unfortunately harmful chemicals that's in those detergents. And therefore our clothes are fading faster. We're not getting out as much as we can out of them for the most part. Yeah.
Wow, so we bathe in them. It's almost
Yeah,
like we bathe
we
in a
are.
baby. We lathering them up and everything. And
And
so
every
when
day, yeah, we're walking around with that on our bodies every day when you're
wow.
using the liquid and you're using the actual powder detergents and also the pods. Yes,
So
Yeah,
to
because it doesn't
die,
fully rinse out.
I
It
say it
doesn't fully
again,
rinse out
Mr.
of your clothes if you overload them.
that's right.
Oh, I didn't know that. So see y'all, somebody put in the chat. If you're not now, before you put in the chat, make sure you share this video. So I want y'all to put in the chat that we're supposed to be using a teaspoon of
A
soap.
teaspoon. That's what
That's like
I had too.
medicine. So you got to do your,
It
you got to remember to do your washing machine like it's got a cold. You just give it a teaspoon of soap, right? Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
right.
Okay, okay, I got it. So if I do that, but you know what? I think it's just in our mind that the more soap we put in, the cleaner our
Clean.
clothes
It
get.
is.
But I never thought about that it
Right.
still sticks in our clothes and it just doesn't
Mhm.
rinse out.
It does.
Okay.
And
That's it.
and that's why on the bottles they have, what does it say, 80 loads or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
65 loads.
Yeah.
If that were the case, you would only buy like one bottle for half the year.
Right. Right.
But
But we
people
have
Oh,
people buy a
to.
bottle like every month, if not,
That's true.
twice a month.
That's a,
So
well,
we're just
that's
improperly
me.
using it. So
That's me.
we're taking the human error out of it and just having a pre-measured sheets in there.
that's right.
Okay. And so I've used your product. I
Great.
remember we were at an event together, and so
Yes,
I
we
was
will.
sitting at my friend's table, and so she
Mm-hmm.
was such a wonderful salesperson. I brought a box from her. We had a great conversation,
We really
and
did.
yes, and they
Yes,
were so
we did.
easy to use. I was
Yes, they
tempted to
are.
use two at a time because in my
Mm-hmm.
mind I figure a lot of soap means a lot of clean. But now that you have told me that we only need just a
Yes,
little bit, so
just a
this makes
little.
sense. This makes a lot of sense why I'm always buying. I think mine's last about 2 weeks. So I do buy, I'm guilty.
A lot
So
of, yes. Okay.
all right, so your detergent sheets, the
Yes.
material the chemicals that's in them are the products that you put in there. They're more natural, more better for you.
Yes, they are. They're eco-friendly products. Primarily, the package is based off baking soda and alkaline water. That's the two main ingredients with the laundry detergent sheets.
Oh wow, so that's going to help people also that have allergies, skin conditions
Yes, and
probably.
sensitive skin.
Like eczema.
Right.
Like
Oh,
eczema.
okay.
Yes.
Now, y'all got to put this in the chat that it helps with. Say it again, eczema. I will never
And
say it
so,
right.
Well, I know in my condition I have eczema and I use the
Mhm.
laundry detergent and I don't have as many flare-ups with eczema while using these to die.
Okay. You know what?
It's less
I
harsh on my
was
skin.
okay.
when I first came to Detroit. I had never seen I'm gonna say eczema.
Okay.
Eczema. Okay. I had never seen it, but I noticed that a lot of people up here had it. A lot of
Yes.
people, almost like everybody I kind of saw that had just kind of like been born up here, they had it. I don't
Mm-hmm.
see it as much anymore as I
Yeah.
used to, but that was the thing that stood out to me the most because I think one of my friends had it and I asked her what it was and she told me and I was like I had never heard of that before.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I do know that down South, I didn't really see that, but up here in
Right.
Detroit, I really did see a lot of it. So we're gonna put the spotlight on Mr. Edward. You ready for the Ruby Girl spotlight? Okay. So Edward, as the vice president of Smith and Wiggins, that's the name of their company, Smith and
Right.
Wiggins, if you're wondering, share how you plan to take the company to the next level. Come on, let's talk business here. Let's talk
You know,
numbers here.
as VP, my role is to think strategically, while staying grounded in our community values. We're focusing on three main areas: expanding our retail presence, investing in digital marketing, and building a strong partnership with our local businesses. We've already seen a lot of success getting to dine in stores like Royal Fresh Market
Imperial.
and Imperial Fresh Market. Now we're pushing for regional and even eventually national shelf space. We're also growing at our e-commerce platform, looking into sustainable package innovations. The goal is to make Tada a household name, not just Detroit, but across the country.
Okay. So it's only
And
sold in Detroit right now?
well, we're also in Hamtramck. We're in the store in Highland Park.
Okay.
And a step further, for the most part, is I was invited like 2 years ago to apply for a position to become a member of the National Small Business Association Leadership Council, which meets and convenes in Washington, D.C. annually. And just so happened last year they contacted me, and I
Oh,
was willing
good.
to become a part of it, yes. And I went to Washington, met a few people, stayed in touch with them, and it went so to where it put me also on another national platform. There was an old magazine from back in the day that was named Who's Who in America. They invited
Yes.
me to become right a participant in that magazine. I agreed, and out of a few months later, they called me and said, "Well, Miss Smith, you're one of the contenders to possibly be on the magazine cover for the fall of 2025." And we talked. I thought about it, and they said, "We'll let you know." And they did. They called me back and they offered me the opportunity. And at first, I was contemplating. I'm like, "Is this what I really want to do?" But then I thought about it. This may be another factor of helping the business move to a national level. So I took them upon that offer, and this fall, it's already been set. I've had a picture of the magazine cover and all, and also the story about me that's there. So yeah, we're moving forward as much as possible.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
God
And
is
so,
good. God is good.
audience, if you're watching, you might not know though this fact that her business last week we talked to Tiffany
Right.
Cartwright, which was connected to Global Empowerment
Yeah.
Ministry. And Denise also goes to Global Empowerment
Right. I just
Ministry.
need to bring that up. Yes. Right.
Yes, yes.
I'm
So
going to work in
we're gonna
there. I am so grateful for global empowerment and the
oh
teaching that I
yeah.
have received from them.
So if you're
Yeah.
not familiar with Global Empowerment Ministry, it's a ministry here in Detroit, and
Mm-hmm.
our leader, he doesn't well,
Pastor,
pastor, we call him pastor,
mentor.
but he likes to
Right.
be called Mr. Art Cartwright.
Yes,
So
he does.
he appears on TV on Channel 2, I believe, every other
Every
week.
time.
And he's like their financial, kind of like a financial advisor, kind of in a way.
Everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so he helps people get products in stores and help them to become a millionaire for free. So he mentors. Matter of fact, my business was birthed out of Global Empowerment Ministry. I learned how to do LLC. A lot of the business stuff that
Yeah.
I know, I learned from Mr. Art Cartwright. When I tell you he has a heart of gold, we definitely want to
Yeah.
give him a shout out because he's working tonight,
Oh,
on
yes,
working
he
some
is.
on making
Yes,
some
he is.
people be millionaires. When I say he breathes and lives entrepreneurship,
He does.
he truly does, but he has a heart for the city. And
Right.
even Denise and I and Tiffany have caught on to his vision and helping our
Oh, yeah.
culture
Right.
help go up. Because if you look at other cultures, if they need help, they got somebody in the community they can go to. We have to go to the banks. We should not have to go to the banks. We should be able to say, hey, let me call up Auntie Denise. Ain't that right,
That's
Mr.
right.
Edward? Let's call up
Oh,
Auntie Denise, and she'll be able to loan me some money until I get back on my feet. So we're all about building up the community, and that's what I like about Tada detergent sheets
excellent. Yes.
is that it's more than detergent sheets. Y'all looking at it as a product. It's a legacy.
It
It's
is.
it's a tool for us to
There
stop
you
all
go.
this crime that's happening in the city. When people are working, they too tired to be out 3, 4 o'clock in the morning trying to break into your car and trying to take your car. They
That's
like,
it.
hey, I got to get up and go to work. Oh, check
Right.
out the laundry sheet. Ta-da! So
Bye
every
bye.
great product, we started talking a little bit about the story, but every great product has a story, a perseverance.
Right.
Okay. I think I got the right. So, what are some of the challenges you are facing, and how are you pushing past them? Because being an entrepreneur is a challenge. It's not for the
It
faint
is.
of heart. It's not for
Precisely.
people that give up easy. So, what keeps you going? Tell us about the challenges and how you're overcoming them. I'd like to
Well,
hear from the president and the vice president.
okay. Well, for the most part, you want to start, Edward, or
Yeah, sure. I mean, I can tell it from my point of view.
okay,
Um, so launching a new product in a competitive market is not easy. There's a lot of other competitors in the laundry detergent space, and pushing our product out into the community, we face some supply chain issues. Also limited marketing budget. It's tough to try to get people to know that you're in the stores, and it's
right.
uphill climb trying to build a brand awareness from the ground up. But I say what keeps us going is our belief in the product and the support of the community. We push past some challenges and stay adaptable. Whether it means finding new vendors or getting creative with the grassroots marketing, or simply putting in the long hours to make sure our customers get a quality product. It's all about perseverance and faith. Remembering why we started is to make a difference.
That's very true.
Amen.
Making a difference, what how do we say it, one laundry load at a time. So for
Yeah,
the most
exactly.
part, right, what ends up happening is as I'm going to the different stores and being afforded the opportunity of placing Tada on the laundry shelves, I also go to the stores and I do demonstrations. I go
Okay.
with my jars and show how the product ladders up so the customer can see. I pass out samples. I'm there just letting them know about the product and introducing it every chance that I can when I go. So therefore, that's helping. Um, Perseverance. Been also in a position to where we were last year. We were blessed to receive the grant from Detroit Means Business. So
Oh,
when,
good.
yes, that was truly a blessing. And when we received that grant, we chose marketing. And during that period, she was able to make like 3 different commercials for us that we've had out on social media. And she also improved our website quite a bit. So we're doing what we can do. We're just following the guidelines that number one, Mr. Cartwright has taught. And then number two, that and with me going into my prayer modes and talking with the Lord the way that He has guided and directed me. That's where we're at. I'm just following the direction that He moves me into.
And I think we set milestones at the beginning of each year of what
Yes,
things we're trying to achieve. And it's just like it's in the Bible, you have to make it plain and write it down and follow the
that's
directions.
what you
And
do.
we hit
That's right.
we hit all the milestones last year, and we
Yes,
set our new milestones for this year coming up, and we're just hitting them as we're going.
we are.
That's great. That's great. That is great. And you are so right. As a fellow entrepreneur, clarity is very important in your business.
Yes, it is.
Because if you have clarity in your business, then your customers know how to support you.
Right.
When you have multiple things that you're switching up on or doing, and people don't really know, they like, well, I think she does this, and I
Yes.
think I think they sell this and that. But when
Hmm.
you know and you promote your one product and you stand behind it and you push it, then
Right.
people like they see it all the time, and you become known as you and Mr. Edward become known as the Tadak people. Hey,
Mhm.
Mr.
Right.
Tadak, and there go auntie to die and nephew to die,
Yeah.
Well,
so y'all
Right.
get a whole new name.
well,
All
well,
of that.
like what is McDonald's in the business of?
um Really real estate, but hamburgers.
Right. Right.
They're in the business of consistency. No
Yes.
matter
Yes,
where you
there you
go,
go.
anytime you go to the store, product is consistent, you can depend on it. And that's essentially what Today is. We're a dependable product. Every time you use it, it works the way it's intended to work.
Mhm. That's good advice. Consistency is something that is attached to tenacity and determination. Because if
Right.
you determine, like you say, you're meeting your milestones, and you set one for one, you're not just moving along and be like, oh, you hit here, you hit there. In
No,
business, you have to be um
diligent.
there you go.
Intentional.
Diligent and
Diligent.
intentional. Yes,
Right.
that's the word.
Intentional.
You have to be
Precisely.
intentional. It's just like you have to think of you if you in a car, if you drive all over the road and all over the place, you're gonna end up in the ditch, you're gonna end up with an
That's
accident.
right.
But if you like, okay, this is where I'm
Yeah.
going and you plan
Yes,
your way there, that's how you get there as long as you stay focused. And that's why a vision and mission, writing your vision down and having a mission statement
that's
is
right.
very important
Yes,
because now when stuff come up, you like that don't line up with my vision I have for my business.
that's
That's
right.
not the mission that I'm on. And so
Yes.
a lot of times, I started business without a vision or mission. I just heard Ruby Girl and just got started. I originally started another way, but like I said, God has redirected me so many
Yes.
times. But
Yes.
You have
every
a
time I
hobby.
go, huh?
I mean, what I'm saying is,
Mhm.
when you put the vision and the mission and you have a plan, that
Yeah.
changes it from being a hobby to being a business.
There you
And
Right.
now you're
go.
in business. But
Yes.
you can also turn a passion project into a business. You can have a passion for something that it doesn't feel like work, but you have to
Right.
make it intentional to make it into a business. You have to track the numbers and make sure that you're in the black and not in the red. Because you can think because you're selling, you know, I sold 100 today, but if you're not tracking the numbers, you're actually in the red by $50 because you overspent on this. You didn't track your mileage on being able to go places and track how much time that you're using to be able to do all of these things. You're actually in the red. So you have to be intentional in tracking, the numbers to make sure that
Right.
you're actually working in the most optimal way.
Yes.
Oh, you went on mute.
He did.
Did he go
For
on
me,
mute? Oh,
He's
I
here.
thought you went on mute. Oh,
No,
okay.
he's here.
Okay. All right. I see. I'm looking at it. Your screen on Facebook, so it's lagging just a little bit. Okay.
Okay.
Got it. Got it. Oh wow, this is good, y'all. So what we're gonna do?
Okay.
We're gonna take a 60-second break. And when
Okay.
we take a 60-second break, I believe Mr. Edward are you, Miss Denise, is gonna do the 60-second talk. You can talk about whatever you want to as far as your product, but make sure you give them their website. So is Mr. Edward on call or Miss Denise on call tonight for that break? Who's taking over the Ruby Girl show for 60 seconds?
Well, I'll take it. Or we
All
both
right.
can. We both can if you want to, for the most part. Can we talk about some, or am I moving too fast by talking about some encouraging factors with working towards establishing a business?
You got 60 seconds. You can say whatever you want to say.
All right, all right. When I was younger, I went to Columbian Elementary School. I'm saying that to say, when I transferred from the sixth grade to the seventh grade, there was a teacher there named Mrs. Martin. She was not my physical teacher, but apparently Mrs. Martin had been watching me for years, and she saw that I wasn't doing what I needed to do in order to elevate myself. And back in the day, we had what they called were the autograph books. And Miss Martin wrote in my autograph book something that stayed with me and it still stays with me today. And the thought was, for the most part, it was this affirmation that says, good, better, best. You never let it rest until your good is better and your better is best. I didn't really understand it then, but as time went along, God would have me go back and look at it. And once I got an understanding of it, it's like, okay, she saw that I was pretty good, but I could be better. Then my better needed to continue to grow to be the best individual that I can be and put more effort towards whatever goal I was working on. So that's what I did. And I've been using that platform along with other experiences that I've had and words of encouragement through the years.
gonna
Oh,
have to be a mantra that I put on the wall when I walk into my house.
oh
Okay,
wow.
that's what it's
Could you
about.
repeat that one more time, what she said to you, Miss
The
Denise?
good, better, best. You never
Hmm.
let it rest until your good is better and your better is best.
Oh
Be the
wow.
best
Now,
that you can be. Yes,
Wow. Isn't it something?
Nice.
Those are some powerful words. You
they
have something to
Mhm.
say,
really
Mr. Edward?
You know, when my aunt Denise approached me with Tada, it was a strong product, and I like idea and everything behind it, and I've used the product before. Um, and when I decided to get involved, I thought of something I read a little while ago, Black Labor, White Wealth by Dr. Claude Anderson. And he was saying
hmm
that a lot of black businesses, they always aim for the sky and try to do something that's really difficult and hard to sell. And what we really need is things that we use every day to
right,
be a staple in the community. That way it doesn't fade out. You know, you
right,
can have a underwear company or a laundry detergent company, things that people use every day. And that's how you start building community. And that's how you start building businesses within a community. So once I saw what she put together, I was like, I'm on board.
right.
Let's make this serious. Let's make sure that we have the right things in place. And I'll use all my resources as far as my connections and everything to try to get this thing moving in the right direction.
Well,
That's
thank you.
good.
Doing what we can
That's
do.
That's
Yeah,
good when you have somebody that believes in, that sees your vision and they
yeah,
want to run with it
right.
alongside of you. Because as entrepreneurs, usually it's a solo thing, solo
Yes,
entrepreneurship. But when you got somebody say, "Hey, I see the vision that you see. I got the same eyesight that you have. I see the same target that you're going for," and they're not trying to change things or they're not trying
right.
to take over things, but they're trying to come and just get right beside you and just hold you up as you do what you do. And I personally, I think it's a very good idea. It's a unique product, which is
Yeah,
Mr. Edwards say we like to get something different. We don't think about every day because we're like, oh, it's a lot of trash bags out there. There's a lot of paper towels out there, but there's a lot of
right.
trash bags and paper towels selling because that's something everybody
Look at
wants.
that.
And if you were selling toilet tissue in
Right.
2020, my God,
Yeah.
goodness, you'll be a millionaire right now because that was
Right.
There,
gold.
there
That's
was a
right.
black-owned toilet paper company too that was racking it in during that time period. But if you don't tell the future,
Yes. Who would ever
Yeah.
think that toilet tissue, would have been gold like that? Because I remember
Right.
going out during the pandemic, I always found toilet tissue. It was like they just stocked up. So I was getting it from my friends, and then my neighbor, she would literally send her daughter down here. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna fix this. I gave them this real cheap toilet tissue, and they didn't come
hmm
back down here no more and ask me for any more toilet tissue. I'm like, look, I'm down here. I'm just getting my stuff. I am
Right.
not the store. But I was
Yeah.
gracious enough to share. But I
That's
was like,
right.
okay, if I found it, y'all can find it too. But yeah, so
Right.
it was gold. And I just kept thinking, why didn't I sell toilet tissue? Why didn't I get an everyday product? But like Mr. Cartwright says,
All
you
right.
can have
Yeah.
an everyday product, and then you can have a product that you really have on your heart. Your
Okay.
everyday product can fund your big product. So
That's
we
yeah,
right.
have to start thinking like, okay, this is what I want to do. But sometimes we have tunnel vision and it
Yeah.
slows us up. It delays
Yeah.
what we really need to do because we're not flexible with our dream. We're not flexible.
Yeah.
We just see the big picture. But sometimes you have to do little things to get to the big things.
That's
And people
right.
need to see that. I have to sell toilet tissue I'm coming up with this new car, but if I sell all this toilet tissue, it's gonna fund what I need to put this new
Right.
car together. So I just
Right.
think as entrepreneurs, always be ready to think out the box. Always be ready to shift and to pivot because entrepreneurship is not a straight road. It's hills, it's valleys, it's roller coasters, it's falling out of trees, it's doing a whole lot of stuff you wouldn't even imagine. And a lot of times it's just you. And you
That's
can
right.
wear yourself down doing the wrong thing at the wrong time. And you have to be led by God. You
That's
have to
right.
have an ear to God. You have to be in his face,
Right.
have to be in his presence because he is using you to help his people. And
Right.
sometimes we get so focused on, I'm not making money, but what about impact? And like
That's it.
Denise and Mr. Edward, your product is making impact because number one, it's helping people with skin conditions.
Yeah.
They don't have all those chemicals that they're dealing with. You just taught me how to properly use dishwash. I'm not dishwash, but detergent. So now I
Right.
can go a whole month. That's saving me money. So just by y'all being in business, look at the lives that you're impacting. And that's what a kingdom business is. We go out and we
Mm,
impact lives and we expose them to Christ. So this is
amen.
so now we're on the second part of the show. And so we had Tiffany Cartwright. She's out there watching. Hey
Hey,
Tiffany.
Tiffany.
Mother Cartwright is watching. Hey.
I have a car, right?
And Miss
I just
Blair
can't see
Cherie, she
the
said, hello. Hey,
hello.
Blair Cherie, sending shout outs to everybody that's out there watching. We got a few more people out there watching. They so intrigued that they like, I can't even type because I don't want to miss nothing that they're saying. But I want to thank everybody that's sharing. Ta-da!
Yes, thank you.
And I want y'all to get on board with this. Give me your website one more time.
Our website is www.todaylaundrysheets.com.
And they are simple. When I tell you they're simple to use. And it was fun using them. I was like, wow, I had to look in the washing machine and watch, see them dissolve and everything. I was like, I just never had anything like this.
Right.
So it's
Also, check us out
so
on Facebook too. You can see some
Yes,
of
oh
our
yeah.
commercials. You see some of
yes.
our
Okay.
commercials on Facebook.
Right.
So what's your Facebook?
Edward.
Oh, to our laundry sheets.
Yes.
Okay. All right, y'all, we're gonna go out there and we're gonna like or we're gonna follow to die laundry sheets. Okay. All right,
All
let's do some supportive. We want to be support. Somebody put in the chat. Facebook page is to die laundry sheets. Okay. So to die, ta-da, is not just another detergent.
right.
It is a bold innovation. And it really is. What sets your product apart? What sets your product apart? We talked a little bit about it from traditional laundry products. And why should every household have it?
Well, because for the most part, it eliminates mess over usage because it's already pre-measured. You don't have to worry about the bulky traditional liquid or powder detergents, and you don't have to worry about lugging around those heavy jugs. Because, I've seen women back in the day when I was riding the bus, I would see single mothers on the bus with their laundry detergent and their children. And you know that had to be a challenge for them because you had child on one arm, you had the laundry detergent in the next. It's like, my goodness, I couldn't do anything but feel for them, not being able to help them because I'm on the bus myself. But it also, it's a pre-measure. It dissolves easy in both hot and cold water.
Mhm.
And it works in all washing machines, including the new HE machines. It's travel friendly. I have a friend of mine who travels almost monthly with her children. And she takes the guy along with them because they normally go to a Airbnb and stay. And if they have any spillage or need to clean any of their clothes while they're out of town, she's already equipped without even having to go to a nearby department store in that community in order to get washing materials and all to help them along the way. It's a
Okay.
simpler and more cleaner. Huh? I'm sorry.
Oh,
It's
keep going.
simpler. Okay, simpler and cleaner, a greener product, and it's eco-friendly. And it's exactly what households today really needs.
Okay. And what I
You know,
said is,
sometimes I, sometimes I like to rip off a little piece of the sheet and put it inside of a spray bottle and fill it up with water, and I use that to pre-treat some of my laundry.
Yes, you can do that.
oh, didn't
It
think
has
about
several uses.
that.
Yeah, yeah. You can use it on your floors. It's soap for the most
Yeah,
part. You can dissolve it, wash your carpet, your regular kitchen floors, and so forth, bathroom floors. Use it on your walls. It has multi-purpose uses for sure.
Oh wow. So it's not just detergent. It's like you
Right.
said, it's so and I thought about it. You can use it and rub it on your clothes on those spots that you need to
Oh yeah.
pre-treat. Right.
Right.
Oh. So this is what
Good.
I got from it. It's easy to use. It's
Yeah.
easy to carry. Because I
Hmm.
never thought about it. Now you can just stick it in
Yeah.
your purse. And if you're going
that's
somewhere or
that's
traveling out of town,
alternatives.
Right.
yes, that right.
Right.
You can even Right, you can even pack it when you go out of town and if you need to wash and this is amazing products because even the box is thinner than like dryer sheets is because they come in that little square box. But I do remember I was able to put that in my purse and I was going through my purse and I was like, "Oh, I got laundry detergent in my purse." And that but one thing I hate about buying that bulky
Yeah,
detergent, they don't ever want to put it in a bag. Yeah, I need a
right,
bag. How am I gonna carry it? They
right.
always want to set it leave it sitting on the counter and I'll be like, can
That's
I have
it.
that, please? And it
Yeah,
helps me. But
right.
you're right. It gives you a lot more space.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as messy as trying to pour the liquid. And we ain't even gonna talk about the powder and how the powder be all over your washing machine. So if
Right.
you just could put in the chat, to die is the best. To die is the best. Did you want to say
Uh-huh.
something, Mr. Edward?
No, no.
Okay, I thought we don't want to leave you out. We having a girl
Right.
talk over here, so we don't want you to feel left out or anything. You jump in, you double dutch jump in when you're ready, okay? So
Got you.
for the dreamers and doers out there, what wisdom would you share with those who have a vision but have not yet taken the leap?
Edward.
Um, I would say, you can start before you're ready. If you wait for perfect timing, you'll never move. Um,
Yes.
take that first step and keep showing up, even when it's hard. Surround yourself with people who believe in your vision, even when it's still on paper. Um, mistakes have happened, and that's okay. That's a learning experience. What matters is learning, adjusting, and staying consistent. And most importantly, don't compare your chapter one to somebody else's chapter 20. Run your own race. Your dream is valid. With faith and action, it's possible.
I love it. I agree with you. You have to be willing to do the work because you got to believe in yourself. Because, again, like he's saying, it is possible. The Bible talks about in due season. Mr. Cartwright has preached about that through the years about in due season, you will get your reward. But you have to be consistent, be diligent, keep your faith, and know that it's going to happen. Again, like you said, it's not for the faint at heart, but it can be done. And whosoever will is willing to stand up, God will work with you.
And if you keep going, you're gonna eventually be successful.
You will be.
Because you said due season, just like with a baby, you should not be expecting when a woman says she's pregnant, you should not be 2 weeks later. If you had the baby yet, you know when she's due. You know how long
Precisely.
it takes her to carry that baby. With us, sometimes we want to prematurely birth that baby. Like, come
Oh,
on,
yeah.
I did this. I got the
Yes.
customers, I'm doing the advertising, but I have no clients. So I got
Mhm.
everything in place. Why I'm not being successful? And this is what I have learned. You track your dollars, but you don't allow your dollars to dictate if you're successful or not because you could be reaching people, changing lives, and not
Right.
knowing one person could
Right.
come and change the whole trajectory of your business. You know what?
Mhm.
I own 50 stores and I want your product in every store. And now the people that you've been sowing seeds into, the foundations that you've been how can I say supporting, the people that
Yeah.
just came out of prison, that you had them working for you and doing things for you. And now because you're successful, now they're successful because now they got more work to do. Where
That's right.
this guy was driving like 2 stores, now they got like about 30 or 40 stores to drive. And then now you got to hire more people. So you
That's
just
true.
got to keep going, entrepreneurs. I'm telling you, you got
That's
to
right.
keep going. If you know that God has told you you have a business, you can't throw the stick down and you're like,
You
I'm
got
tired. And you just at the
got it
finish
on.
line. You see, the one thing about being an entrepreneur, it's a race, but you don't know where the finish line is. And
That's
sometimes
right.
you give up just but you right at the tape and you stop and be like, okay, I'm tired. I've been doing this too long. And you turn around and walk away and you don't win that way. You win by not quitting. And I'm here to tell you,
Yes.
it's been times when I thought about quitting Ruby Girl, but I thought about the people that it inspires and the people I
Right.
meet and the lives that I touch. And I want y'all both to know that God gave y'all this vision. You have a great product that is doing
Yes.
things for the community. So don't
Yes.
give up. Stay focused on your vision. It will come to pass. And
Yes.
then you two together are a dynamic team. A
Thank
dynamic
you.
team. So I wish y'all just the best in your business. So I got one more question for you. Now,
Okay.
this is where I want everybody to lean in, open your pocketbooks, get your credit card out, okay? How can we help to support your business?
Edward.
Um, we love for everyone listening to try to die and share it with their friends and family. You can support us by shopping on our website, www.tadalaundrysheets.com, or stopping by one of our retail partners in Detroit. Make sure to check out our social media. Our Facebook page is phenomenal. Show you what we use some of our marketing dollars on. Leave a review. We need the community support, and let us know how you think of the product, and let everybody else know.
Yeah, that'll be
Okay.
a big help. Right. For the most part, once you go to the website, it will also let you know exactly what stores we're located, our product is located in. So that's what I want, even Derek began to call it out at this point with different stores. Well, but that would be a big help to us when we're out vendoring, because I do vendoring also. Come talk to me, find out what's going on. Be willing to try. I'm always giving out samples. Be willing to try the samples and be willing to purchase also. That'll
Yeah,
be a
because
help.
every purchase, every share, every word of mouth referral makes a huge difference for a small business like ours. We're building
Yes.
something special, and your support fuels that growth.
Mhm.
And
Every
then
post.
right, and then also when it comes to our actual sheets, for the sheets that we sell, it enhances the donations that we make throughout the community because we're concerned about mental health issues and also women issues that are taking place in our community. And we just want to be good stewards. That's the way I'm working towards living my life. If I can help somebody, then my living will not be in vain. And
Amen.
God puts us in a position to do that.
All right.
Okay.
Very good. All right. This was a great show. So once again, give them your website where they can reach you. I mean,
Our
where they
web
can support you.
support
Yep,
us.
your website. Mhm.
Our website is www.todaylaundrysheets with an S.com.
Okay. All right. So it's time, y'all, believe it or not, it's time for our 2 minute closeout. And so I want to share your website as you do the closeout. Pull it up here. It's a nice
All right.
website.
Thank you.
Hold on just 1 minute. Um, there where you can start talking.
Edward,
Yeah, yeah. Well,
we're with you. Go ahead with your 2 minute closeout.
I'd like to thank everybody for listening
Thanks.
to, excuse for
Go
listening
ahead.
to us, and learning a little bit more about Tadal Laundry detergent sheets. Um, like I said, we have something special, and we're growing. We're local. We're in the Metro Detroit area right now, but we're expanding very quickly. Um, I encourage you to go out and buy one of the sheets or more, and yeah, take a look at our website. We put a lot of effort into this, and we've received some great reviews so far. And I'd love to receive your input and your support. Let's make this a staple in every Black household.
In every household that we can possibly be in.
Every
Thank you.
household.
Y'all got 1 more minute. Y'all want to shoot your shot.
A whole minute. Okay.
All right. So let's talk about your website. Good for the people, good for the planet.
Yeah.
customer had to come back and had to send that shout out. And I'm looking
Right.
at y'all history, located in Detroit, of course, and y'all talk about how laundry detergents are heavy, and yes, they do leak. Because I
Yeah.
had some. I remember one time one leaked in my car, and my car
Um,
smelled like that laundry detergent forever.
right.
And so let's look around your website. It's easy to store. I totally agree. And like I said, I love it. And I have to get some more sheets from you also.
Okay.
So while you're on our website, make sure you look around. So they come in 6-pack, 3-packs, and then this is for 40 loads. And it's
Yeah.
reasonable. It's
Yeah.
very reasonable,
We
right?
And I
Check
will
out them
keep the prices
Mhm.
comparable to other detergents
Yes,
from
very,
the
very.
store.
So
Yeah.
this 3-pack, so this is like 40 loads per pack.
Yes, it is. And it could last you, depending on how you're
oh wow,
washing, it could last you for several months, up to half of the year. But it just depends
I
on
have
how you. Oh
I
yeah.
have 3 children. We wash every week, and I'll wash everything in the house and still have uh, laundry sheets left over.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
That's a
it'll last for a while. When you pre-measure, your laundry detergent goes a lot further. But when you're dipping in a cup and pouring it out, you're over measuring. It you don't know where your money's going.
okay. Who's
Well, you do
who?
know where it's going. It's going straight. It's going down the drain, literally.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
You're right.
I do agree. So I love your website, especially this one right here. I can just I can just feel it. It looks like it's soft. It looks like it smells good. And it's
Yeah.
like you said, a powerful clean while making a difference. So I want to thank you both so much for taking time to be on the Ruby Girl Talk and for reaching out to me. Miss Denise, she caught me as I was leaving church.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was so happy
Great.
and so surprised and
Great.
so glad that you had an opportunity to come on the Ruby Girl Talk. So I just encourage everybody
Thank
that's
you.
listening to try something new because we don't know what chemicals are out there honestly causing cancer, and we can find a product that's cleaner than what we've been using. I say go for it because it's chemicals everywhere in our food, water, just everything. And we really don't think about like our detergents, our soaps that we use and everything, but to find a product that's environmentally clean, then we want to
Right.
support them. And also that is African American owned, we definitely want to support them. So once again, what's your website?
www.todaylaundrysheets.com.
And
Come
Mr.
and visit us
Edward,
there.
what's your social media?
It is Tadal Laundry Sheets on Facebook.
Okay. All right, y'all. Now y'all know where y'all supposed to go. So get to getting right. So all right, I will be back next Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. Like I said, please support Miss Denise and Mr. Edward and they endeavor. And like they said, they're trying to make a change in the community. And sometimes you can simply make a change by sharing this video, supporting them, or just like I said, telling people about the product. It's so easy to be supportive. Even if you say, I don't have any money, but you got a voice, you got a
That's right.
hand to share. Go on their Facebook, tag their product, share their products on your page. Like I said, I didn't know about it till I started talking to Miss Denise, and I was like, this is a wonderful product. So, all right, once
Mhm.
again, thank you for watching the Ruby Girl Talk Show. So, we're signing off Facebook, and we pray that y'all have a great and fantastic night.